Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. Thanks for coming back. Today I'm going to work with these dies here. I want to show you. These I received from TEMU. And I want to show you, I'm not sold on the way they cut. I could have had the wrong paper, but I don't think so. I've had other dies that cut through a little bit heavier cardstock, and this is what I ended up with. I had to change my paper in order to do what I wanted to do. So these are the dies that I purchased from TEMU, and I absolutely love them. I really, really like them. I'm going to bring these over so I can show you. Whenever I've purchased dies from AliExpress, I've never had a problem. And like I said, I really like these. But if you order something like this from TEMU, you're going to have to be selective, I think, on your papers. They do a little bit of embossing, but I'm just not happy with the way they cut. And I'm going to show you the underbelly I had to put these on in order to get them to cut. So I'm going to set these aside over here. And this was the first, I really wanted to use this paper. This is a really nice scrapbooking paper. And I'm trying to think, I can't think of the company's name that I bought it, but you can see it just didn't cut through. And I even kept them all intact. When you get these dies, they come like this. So you'll have your larger one on the outside. You have this one here on the inside. Then you have the smallest one on the inside. So I wanted to cut these out all at once on here. And you can see it didn't even penetrate. Now, let me show you the I call them underbellies. Let's see here. Bear with me. All right, so I used this here. This is my magnetized. Is this my magnetized one? Yeah, I think I used this one. And then I had my plate, my clear plate. I put my paper and then another clear plate on top of that. And this is how it turned out. So what I ended up doing was, and I worked with a couple different papers. So this was definitely a no-go. If I wanted to take my X-Acto knife, I'm sure I could cut these out, and I probably will try that because I just don't want to throw these away. But I'm just not real impressed. So I changed my papers, and I used a much thinner paper, which I don't necessarily always want to do. If I have a graphic 45 paper, I'd like to be able to use that. This here is actually cardstock that I run through my printer when I do, where are my dies? I don't want to lose these. When I create, when I run digital prints. So you can see it's much thinner. But what I had to do, again, was I had to get out this plate here, the precision base plate for intricate thinlits. And I shouldn't have had to use this because, as you can see, this is for intricate work. It's a very gritty, and you can see where I cut on these. And then they came out. But I still had to go through once, and then I had to back out and go through a second time. So I wasn't real I wasn't real happy with the dies. So just be careful. You know, I know there's no way of knowing. I paid, what, $2 and what, 98 cents or $3.50 for these, which is fine. But I'm just going to have to use them on very thin paper. They just don't cut that well. So I just wanted to give you that little review. But today what I want to do with you, and I hope you'll stick around because I think it's going to be fun. So I have all of these little dies, okay, from the kit over here. This one here, I used this template, and then I just took the oval, and then I cut a piece out of the center of that, okay? So this was, cut this one first, and then I used that to get that oval. I have that, and then this one here is the same, and I just use the oval for the center. And then I have a smaller ring here. What else did I cut out? I cut out, well, these are the little bits and pieces that came out of here, okay? And then I can use these elsewhere, all right? So don't throw these away because you can use them, and maybe I will, we'll see. Then I have this little one here. So I thought today we would make some fun little, where does this one go? I think it goes over here. We'll make some fun little clusters, okay? And I'm also using from TEMU these really cute little women here. I have a whole little box. I think there was 40 in the box, okay? And these are tiny, so they do need to go on tiny, I think tiny little clusters. And these, I will tell you, these are, so 2 inches, okay? And they're quite, I think they're all pretty much 2 inches. 1 3/4 inches. This one's a little bit taller, this gal. She's about 2 1/4 inches. So they're small little images, but they are fun. So and I also have these really pretty little pieces, scrapbooking pieces that I would like to use. And I think I'm going to make these, you know, for my junk journals and my little scrapbooking pages. These would be cute to put next to a vintage photo. So I have them cut out, and we're just going to have a little playtime today. I think I will, and you don't have to ink them up. I just want to get a little bit of this white. So I'm going to do the back. All right, which might help a little bit. I don't need to do it on all of them. I think just on that brown one I wanted to do. Because of the brownness. So this is a Tim Holtz. I did grab some Tim Holtz images, and then I grabbed some other little images that I have. And I want this little gal right in here. So I'm just going to trim this out a little bit. Okay. And I guess I'll just snip this corner a little bit. There. And then I thought we could use these in a corner, such as this. And these are just going to be really simple and fun. I want to have this gal over here, but I want to add, I don't know if I want to add this one or this one. I think this one, because this will cover up. I can put that right there like that. And then she's going to go right on there like that. I'd like to put a little stamped saying on there also. So I hope everyone is enjoying their days outside. I am, although the black flies are horrendous. Ugh. That's the one thing about living where we do is black fly season can be brutal. I mean brutal. So I thought I could get out to do some gardening this morning, and it was a no-go. I no sooner sat down to start weeding, and I brought the girls out with me, and it was a nightmare. I mean, I had to come back in. We're all bit up. My daughter-in-law's, we found out, is allergic to black flies, black fly bites. She got bit in the foot the other day, the top of the foot, and she can't even get a shoe on. Her foot swelled up so bad. So I feel bad for her. So she started with the Benadryl. My husband, his arm got all bit up. He tried to be out by the pool the other day, and it is, I mean, amazing weather, and we just can't go out. He got all bit up. I hope there's not too much of a glare on this sticker here as I'm doing it. Let me drop this down just a little bit for you. Maybe that might help with the glare. There, I think that's better. So I'm forced to be inside today. Yesterday I mowed, and it was a lot of black flies, but when you're on a riding lawnmower, you can kind of dodge them. But every time I dumped my bags in the woods, it was very fast. All right, I'm going to stamp after these. I'm going to get these created, and then we will stamp after. And we had a late dinner. Isn't she fun? That's a Tim Holtz picture. We had a late dinner, and we usually have late dinners. By the time I got the dishes done and all that good stuff, I told my husband, I go, you can watch whatever you want to tonight on TV. I'm done. I'm just exhausted. I'm going to grab a blanket and I'm going to fall asleep on the couch. And he's like, well, you're not going to sleep tonight. I'm like, you want to make a bet? Because I mowed for 6 hours. I started at 8:30, and I did come in and have lunch with my son when he came home. So I took a half an hour break. But I got done at 3, so 5.5 hours. I just let the grass get too tall. I didn't mow over a weekend. I'm making this video on a Wednesday, so I'm actually making this video the Wednesday after Memorial Weekend. So I didn't mow over the weekend, Memorial Weekend, and it was a bit too tall, and it just took me a while. Because every time I turned around, I had to empty my bags. But I listened to some great podcasts. Whoops. I like to listen to, a lot of times I'll listen to music when I mow, because mowing makes me happy. I like to listen to happy music. But yesterday I decided to listen to some podcasts. My kids bought me a couple years ago a pair of, I guess they're Skull Candy. They're the wireless. I used to have a pair. I still have a pair of Beats, but they got me the wireless headphones. And it really works out well. I used to get my wire tangled up every time I got off the mower. And this way I don't have to carry my phone on me. I can put it in the safe pocket of my riding lawnmower. I used to have to put it in my back hip pocket, and that was a nuisance. But I listened to, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Dana Perino. And she has some great podcasts interviewing some really cool people. So I just put Dana's podcast on, and I let it roll through. Put that up there maybe, like that. I'm going to grab a brad. Let's see here. These are a little too big. Let's see. These, I don't know if these might be a little too big too. A little pink one here. Oh, here's a little white one with a little flower on it. That might be kind of cute. Let's keep it light and bright. And what I'm going to do for this, because I don't want the sticky to come off the top, so I'm just going to cut here. Let's see if this is going to work. How can I do this here? I want to keep the heavier part. I'll do it like this, okay? And of course she comes off. Let's do this. See if I can stick her back on. The light isn't the best right here. There we go. That's good. There. I'll just cut this little bit of the bottom off. But I like Dana Perino's podcasts. She's on the Fox News Network. I just really enjoy her. Anyway, she's always so uplifting and positive. And that's why I like her podcasts, because she does make you feel good. And she wrote the book, Everything, I think it's called Everything's Going to Be Okay, or Everything's Going to Be All Right. I have it. I haven't read it yet. But I think that's the name of her podcast, Everything's Going to Be All Right. There. That one's cute too. These are old vintage, I don't know, these are old vintage numbers that I got my hands on through someone, through an Instagram sale. I'm not sure who, but these are, I really enjoy using these too. These are fun. And these are just fun little clusters that you can make, create, come up with. This one I want to use this little piece of book page behind here. I thought that would be fun, and I like the words going vertical. All right, that was done on purpose. There we go. All right. Okay, let's see. What are we going to do with this one? Get my little tweezers here. I'm having trouble with my plating today. Plating. I don't know what that means, plating. That one. Maybe that there. Maybe we can just put a little brad. This little circle seems to need something, doesn't it? I don't use my brads very often, but I guess maybe I should start, right? Some yellow. I don't know if there's anything in here. I think these are just all plain yellow. It's like a cyclops. I'm going to use those. I have, these are just pink and blue. I've got a red gingham. These are fun. These are cloth ones. That would be kind of fun to put that on there. I don't know. Those are Christmas. I don't want blue. I don't want a flower. Maybe what I'll put on here is an eyelet. An eyelet would be nice on there. Maybe a white eyelet. Maybe I could put a Tim Holtz saying on there. One of his little words. And I see how I put that leaf up there so it would, her head, she's a long-legged gal and she needs the room. No. I guess I'm going to have to do it this way. And then I'll put an eyelet there. Okay, don't let me forget to do that because I may just forget. But these are quite, I mean, this is a really nice project if you just want to chill and do something a little different, something that doesn't create a lot of thought. Not much of a thought process has to go into this. And I think I wanted to use this. I wanted to have this hanging over like that. I don't want to cut that off because I think that would be kind of fun. Isn't it funny when you make, I don't know if you noticed this, but it just dawned on me. When I make clusters, everything goes to the right. Everything moves to the right. To the right, to the right, to the right. This one, I'm going to move to the left. It's just one of those things that I think it's, I wonder if left-handed people move everything to the left. I have a tendency to move everything to the right. It's funny. I had these all laid out one way, and now I have them totally different. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to use my stamps on these. I don't think I am. I had little, really cute stamp sayings. I don't think I'm going to be able to use them, which is kind of a bummer. I'm going to put her right there like that. So if you ever purchase something that is, you get it and it's too small and you're like, oh gosh, darn it. You know, they're much smaller than I had anticipated and thought. Just make yourself up some little clusters. And I think everything would work out just fine for you. So we have this little one. That one. And then I have one more. I have this one here with this little gal. And then this I found, these were hanging on my desk. And I didn't really want to put them away. So I figured these would be really cute with this little gal here. Isn't she cute? I'm not sure where I got these. I think these are stickers, but I'm not going to obviously peel her. When I put it on the page, I may go ahead and peel it. Just for some little extra grit there. Put her just like that. Isn't she adorable? She's so cute. Sweet little face. All right. Now I picked blue. I mean, I had the two blue things here, and I think they'll be just fine. So I wanted to put this here like that. I think I'm going to put this little stamp under here. I know you normally wouldn't think of putting blue on with this pink, but I think it'll just add a nice little, I don't know where it'll came from little. And we're going to put that just like that. So we want to do one here. There. And then I'm going to put a little bit behind here. Did it come out? All right, so I'm going to, I think I grabbed my Tim Holtz sayings. Did I? Maybe I didn't. Let me go grab some of his sayings, and maybe I can put a couple little sayings on here. I want to add, this one I might be able to put a stamp. So let's take a look at the stamps first. Here I have some sayings, and I have some numbers. I could do like a little number 1. Could do a number 1 here. That might be kind of fun. Let's do that. These stamps I purchased from AliExpress. So let's do number 1, because she is number 1. All right. Get my little stamp-a-roni here. Yeah, that'll fit. That'll fit good right there. And I always like to try my stamp before I put it on my, yeah, that's a nice stamp. I like that. There. I like that. Okay, so we have that one there. So that one is done. And let's see, I don't think I have, I don't think I want to do that. I want to get some, I'm going to go get Timmy's, I'm going to go get some of Timmy's sayings. And maybe I can run them right along the bottom here. All right. So I have to find some small ones. Otherwise, they just aren't going to work. Let's see, we have live in the moment, be awesome today. So if I put about 1.25 inches, these are a little bit, remember the now 1.5 inches. I might be able to cut it down a little bit. Let's do remember the now. Let's see if I can snip this a little bit more, just to take a little bit off of there. And I'll ink this just a little bit here. And remember the now. I don't know if I want on that because of the writing. See, I think it's just going to get lost there. I'm going to put this right here. Remember the now. Okay, so we have that one. So maybe these just don't need anything. I don't know. I'd still like to, maybe this one can take a little tiny itty bitty number. Let's do a number 2. Let's see if this will fit. Okay, that will fit right down there. So we can do this one here. Okay. So the 2 didn't come out, so because it's on the crease. So I'm just going to take my pen and bring that across. Number 2. Okay. So number 2, and then I think that's going to be it. I have a, where did I see? I could put a little one down here. I saw one that said I think I saw one that said love you. Love you. I could put that one on there. That would be cute. This one I could make and put next to my Aunt Ruth's picture. There, that's cute right there. Love you. That can be for her photo. Okay. All right, so that is it. These cute, tiny little clusters. I got to use some of my items from TEMU today. So these are the little clusters here. And yeah, this is it was just a nice play day. So if you like this video, first of all, I want to thank you for joining in. And want to remind you that if you liked this video, I'd love to have you give me a thumbs up. I'd love to have you leave a comment. And if you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. These are the kind of things that I do and I come up with. And I hope you like them. So until next time, I'll see you down the road, everybody. Bye-bye.